everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a cash stuffing for the 4th week of April. We are also going to be doing an unstuffing for the 3rd week. I am pretty sure that I have a bunch of comments that I need to catch up on, so I apologize for the delay. I usually try to do that before I start filming, but it's been a pretty busy couple of days for me. What else? I don't know. Let's just get started. Okay, so first off, we are going to be unstuffing week number 3's expenses. I will respond to this comment, but somebody did ask me, do I take the cash out and pay off my credit cards every week, or do I wait until the end of the month? So the unsatisfying answer is it depends. A lot of times it kind of depends on how quickly I can go to the bank and deposit money. Typically what I do is I like to pay it off as I go because I like to make sure that it kind of stays under a certain amount. So roughly speaking, I would say my credit card hits about maybe $1,000, between $1,000 and $1,500 per week. Usually there's more expenses at the beginning than at the end of the month. So I like to pay it off. And then it also helps me kind of keep track because I check my credit card balance daily, basically. As long, that I'm staying within that $1,000 range. And if it gets quite a bit higher, is there a reason? Like, for example, did I buy new tires for my car, or did I pay off a medical bill? So there's a little bit of leeway there. Most of the time I do like to try to pay it off weekly because it just makes me be more on top of my finances. Again, I used to do budgeting and everything on a monthly basis, and it just would get out of control. Like my own psychology was not watching it as carefully, was going beyond my budget. So it's more work to pay it off weekly, but it keeps me more accountable. And to me, this channel is all about doing whatever small tricks or psychological games to make sure that you're staying within your financial goals. So my financial goals is not blowing my budget. And in order to do that while still maintaining the benefits of credit card points is to do that a little bit more frequently. So I unstuff every week and I try to pay it off every week. Now, sometimes life gets in the way. Maybe I'm on vacation, and sometimes I just pay it at the end of the month, and that's okay. It's more sticker shock to me, so I do like to pay it off weekly if I can, but sometimes it just happens that I pay it off at the end of the month. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, I will respond with a comment, but just wanted to address that because I'm sure lots of people had that question. All right. Getting that out of the way, being super chatty already, let's start off with grabbing some change. So 10, 15, 20, 1, whoops. Okay, let's try that again. 10, 15, 20, 25, because I think I'm gonna need a lot of 5s. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 25 plus 10 is $35. We'll need to go back into the $1 challenge. All right, so like I said, my channel might be a little bit different than some other people's channels just because I do use credit cards for almost all of my spending as opposed to cash, but I track what I'm spending by A, checking my balance, and B, taking cash out of my envelopes every single week. One, it's more satisfying to me to actually physically handle the money. It keeps me more motivated. And two, it also makes me stay more accountable. So that's one thing that's a little bit different. Another thing is that I do have maybe a larger budget than some people. I am pretty established in my career. We've had a lot of fortunate things happen to us. For example, my parents live with us and are able to help us with daycare. So that's not an expense that we have to pay for the first couple years of each of my children's lives, etc. That being said, I do have student debt. I do have a house payment. I do use credit cards. I do have a very small loan on a car that we just bought. We paid most of it in cash, but we did take out a small loan in order to get some benefits from some cash back at the dealer. That we are planning on paying off very quickly so that we minimize the interest payments. But again, we do use on my channel debt as a tool, right? So whether it's using credit cards for credit card points or taking out small loans to take advantage of a cash back situation such as in a car loan, I do want to just make that very clear. I probably will do at some point kind of a snapshot of what my debt looks like because I did go to law school. So I did take out a lot of debt. I went to private college. That took out some debt. My husband also went to private college and he has a couple of graduate degrees. So we are what I would consider high earners, but we also took out a lot of heavy debt in the beginning to invest in our careers. So that might be a little bit different than some of the other channels as well. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, one of the things that we are doing is we are paying down our debt. We are saving for generational wealth. We are trying to create diversified investments. So if you like that kind of content, please like and subscribe to this video and this channel. And I would really appreciate you helping me grow on this journey. And I would love to chat with you and, share any bits of knowledge that I have gained over my last, X amount of years. I'm not going to say my exact age, but X amount of years of being on this journey. In the beginning, I literally stayed in, did puzzles for entertainment, ate spaghetti like every single night. We lived in a studio apartment when we first got married. We were scraping pennies by, and we made a huge mistake with our student debt. We were not able to make payments. And we got into a situation very early on where they sold my husband's debt to another company and they rolled all the interest payments into the principal, right? So instead of having those be interest payments, it added on, right? That was a huge mistake. In retrospect, I would have sold everything I could have to just make those payments so that we could have avoided that. I think we added maybe, I don't know, at least 15 grand onto the principal right off the bat, and then untold amount in interest payments on that 15 grand additional principal. So again, let some of my mistakes help you learn from them. I will do more of these kind of like tidbits. I don't want to overwhelm this video in particular, but I do like to chat with people. I've had some criticisms of that, but overwhelmingly people enjoy kind of listening to some of the stories that I have or some of the information that I like to share. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is not legal advice. Big disclaimer there. But, just as a conversation and a starting point, I love to talk about this stuff. All right, so all of that out of the way, let's get going into our regular expensing. Okay, so first off, we are going to start with our sinking funds. So gas, we are going to be unstuffing $84 this week. So right off the bat, $100, we need $16 back. There we go. And I will count this when I do the cash stuffing. Groceries is going to take out $126. So again, I'm going to run into a change crunch right away. So let's do 100 and you know what? Let's come back to groceries. Milk delivery is going to be $22. So hopefully we've got some change here. There we go. 22. And you know what? I'm going to take these 10s instead. There we go. That'll help us out. Let's do a couple more. Eating out, we did go get pho for the whole family. So this was a pretty expensive one because we always get pho. We get smoothies after, which I swear to goodness, the smoothies cost almost as much as the children's pho, but it's delicious. It's a big treat for us. This will be $136. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 41, which will give me $5 back. So I think I've said it before. I try to every other month be really strict on eating out. So one month I will just use my entire budget like this month. And then next month I will try to minimally use it. It's all about balance. Okay, next one is car maintenance. So last week I had miscounted and thought I had more in my envelope than I did. So I have $97 left over from when I got tires that I need to take out of here. So I'm gonna take it out this week, even though it's not a new charge per se. So here's one of those times where I didn't pay off that $97 on the credit card because I wanted to wait and pull it out of the envelope. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now I think we can go back and do that grocery. Okay, let's see. Grocery is going to take out 126. I'm going to take out 140, and I'm going to need $14 back. Yes. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. right, and then the final envelope out of this binder is gonna be for gifts. That is gonna be $38. Let's see, I've got $50, which means I need 1, 2, 40, and a 10, okay? And this was for my middle son's, who we nicknamed Boo. He had a classmate that had a birthday party, so that went towards her gift. Next up is going to be kids. So kids is going to be taking out $36, and this was for a class book and some snacks. So 36, let's see, 30, 5, and 1, perfect. And so the class book, apparently, I guess the kids in my oldest son's class, I guess wrote stories and maybe did some illustrations, and they're putting together a class book. So that was something that we ordered. Okay. And then we are on the way to Spanish Club from an early soccer game. My son said, even though he had had breakfast, he's like, I'm really hungry, Mom. Can we get something to eat? So we stopped at McDonald's, got him a breakfast sandwich and a hash brown. Well, as is typical with at least my kids, thought he would love the hash brown. He didn't want the sandwich. I ate the sandwich. I didn't even want breakfast. And then he was like, the hash brown is too hot. And so he started reading. And I found out yesterday when I was cleaning out the car that that hash brown had 2 bites out of it and was left untouched, basically. So there you have it. As with kids, a lot of times you order them something, and usually with McDonald's, it's a surefire hit. But this time didn't eat, anything but 2 bites. Okay, so then next one is going to be my husband's binder. He is taking $10 out because he stopped at Taco Bell. So $10 here. Next up is going to be his business one. Let's make sure it's the correct envelope this time. And it's going to be taking out $45. Get back 5. So this was for donuts. So he teaches some classes on Saturday mornings. And so for the last Saturday of the school year that he was doing that, he got donuts for all the kids. I think it's like two classes. I think he got like 3 dozen donuts maybe. And then he also had a subscription for his business. Number 2 is going to be $11. And this is for another subscription. Should have started back here. Lots of change. And finally, business 3 is going to be $345. So 1, 2, 3, 40, 50. Wipes out this envelope, but that's okay. That's why we stuff it. This one is for state license and some continuing education. All right, so I feel like, let me see if there's somewhere I can get some 5s because, oh no, there is a 5. I was gonna say, I know I need to get 35 back into the $1 challenge, so didn't know if I had 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So there's my 35 that'll go right back in. And that should leave us with $950 to take back to the bank. So this is a little bit high for a week 3, but like I said, we've had some license fees, we had the tires, some health things. So overall, we've just had some, expenses. So 102, 3, 4, 5, 650, 750, 70, 90, 8, 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, 9, 10, 30, 40, 50. Perfect. $950 that will go back to the bank so that I can pay off my credit card. All right, put that to the side. All right, let me just rearrange my spreadsheet. I will be right back. Okay, so today we are going to be stuffing a total of $2,627, which will include $1,300 of placeholders that are for my 401k and my health savings account. So here we go. take out the $1,300 in placeholders, and that will leave us with $1,327 in cash. So 102, 3, 4, 5, 6, 657, 758, 859, 950, 70, 90, 1,010, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1,110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 12, 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1,300. I feel like I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm missing a 20 here. So let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 550, 750, 850, 950, 70, 90, 1,010, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1,110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1,210, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1,300. So I am missing 20. I'm not sure where that happened, but I will just pull another 20 out from next week and then recalculate. Right, 2 10s. There we go. So that might have just been an accounting error when I was doing this, but we'll see. So this should be 1,327. And we'll see where it kind of, maybe I'll see, because I put in my spreadsheet like the bill breakdown, so maybe we'll see where it kind of got screwed up. So one thing I think I am going to do is I am going to run a Mother's Day special on my shop. So I'm kind of toying around with maybe free shipping, and maybe I can't decide if I'm going to do like a percentage off, like maybe 10%, like lower percentage off for the free shipping, or if I'm just going to add in something extra, like maybe like the coin purse, or maybe you know, some placeholders. We'll see. I'm still kind of toying with that idea, but I will put everything in the, I will decide by the time I post this video and put everything in the description. So keep an eye out for that. If you are looking for something for yourself, or, you know, something for your own mother or a girlfriend, just to kind of help, because I feel like budgeting is kind of like, you know, something that moms do. Of course, there are lots of fathers that do it as well, but kind of want to help moms out. If you're looking for something for yourself, you might have a husband or kids that don't know what to do for you. Maybe this will be something that you might, you know, be able to jump on. Okay. Let's do savings challenges first. So 12-month challenge. Today we are going to be stuffing $65 for the 12-month challenge. So that is, we are in April. $60, $65, we'll do 65. So we should have 275 now. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 75. Perfect. Purple pen, marker. There we go. Kids' birthdays is going to get $30. So 20, 30. So now we should have 102, 250, 70, 90, 310, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. 345. I did a 30, so I think I'm actually going to just do 2 heads right here so I can close out this line. And this one is basically, I just set the amounts myself. I think last year I set them differently, but I'm doing 15 for the heads and 30 for the bricks. And I'm hoping to finish this by, I want to say, beginning of July, because my first birthday is beginning of August. So I want to have like everything there. I'd like to complete it before I start pulling money out. Okay. Kind of coincides with the back to school as well. So it'll be nice when July hits, because I will be done with 2 challenges and then I will shift over and focus on Christmas. 52-week challenge is going to be $45. So we'll do 2 20s and a 5. So the 52-week challenge has unmarked envelopes, and it's just however much I can put aside for each week. Last year for 52, I did something similar to the kids' birthdays where I had a little coloring chart, and I just did a straight up $25 per week. So this year I'm trying to do on average more than 25 per week, but I don't know exactly yet. It'll be fun to count that at the end. Back to school this week should be 50. So we'll just put a 50 in here. My back to school does have denominations marked. I try to do this weekly, and then I just try to, when I'm doing my budget, do it for the envelope that comes up next, or if maybe it's more than I can do that week, I just pick a lower envelope. And then this one, it's 30 envelopes. It should be done by the end of July. Okay, so let's go back up and do our sinking funds. Okay, so gas is going to get $100. So 120, 30, 35, 6, and 7. Groceries is also going to get $100. So 120, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Milk delivery will get $30. So 40, 50, 55, 56. Eating out is going to get $50 as well. So we have 55. Household is going to get $60. So we have 102, 20, 40, 60, 80, 320, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feels good to build that up again. Car insurance is going to get $100. So 120, 40, 60, 80, 210, 11. Vehicle maintenance is also going to get $100. Try to build that back up. So 150, 151, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So $156. Subscriptions will get 10. So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gifts is going to get $50. So 150, 250, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to jump over to health, which is going to get $200. So 203, 4, 500, 56, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $604 for health. All right, investment. 401k is going to get $1,000. So this one is exciting. I can't wait for end of the month. However, the stock market did go back down. Got a lot of volatility right now in the world, so that does affect the stocks. If you're going to invest in stocks, do it for the long haul. Don't get bogged down, unless you're very close to retirement, don't get bogged down in the ups and downs of stocks. 529, not this week. HSA will get $300. HSA is doing well. Kids is going to get $50. So 50, 100, 20, 31. So 131, but really 81, right? Because I don't really count that gift card. Like I won't sweep the gift card. I've already taken the money out for that 50 and put it in the cashback rewards. allowance will get $7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this will be 7 as well. So $14 total, as I always keep 1 week reserve in there. And I will give an update. My son reached his goal of $70 and went and bought a gigantic Jurassic Park raptor. Again, when I tell him to set a goal to buy something, I don't put any restrictions on it as long as it's something that I don't oppose. Like, for example, we don't really do a lot of play guns. But for example, dinosaurs, another car. We have so many cars and trains, but if you wanted another one, I'm not going to limit it because I want him to get used to budgeting for something. And then if it's something that he finds out he regrets buying or he wishes he hadn't spent his money, that's a valuable lesson too. So I'm trying to do these micro habits for him in terms of planning and budgeting with room to make mistakes. So, and he did, I will say, he has a fun envelope, which is also something that he can spend anything he wants, whether it's candy, gum, whatever. If we're going to like a Chuck E. Cheese and he wants to buy some silly trinket. But I also tell him for fun, you can put it in another envelope. You can't take money from gifting or, saving, giving, or goal and put it in a different one, but fun, because that is, you can do whatever you want with that money at any point. You can pull it out and put it into another envelope. So he transferred over $8 from his fund to his goal so that he could reach that $70, and he went and bought his dinosaur. Okay, academics is going to get $25. I think I am going to slow this one down for the next, at least for the summer, because I think I am doing really well, and I don't have anything planned until the fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's really good. I may placeholder this one. Doesn't make sense to leave that. Athletics is going to also get $50. The other one got $25. So 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 50, 1,100, 50, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one I might as well. We're not going to, well, we might do some lessons over the summer. So maybe I will hold off on that since I already have 500 placeholdered. Enrichment is going to be $50. So 100, 2, 3, 354, 450, 70, 85. And this one, we haven't been back to the zoo yet, but this one's going to be the zoo and then maybe one of the main museums. So I do want to keep building that up a little bit because I feel like memberships are around $200 for a family size of mine. And a lot of times we do like to do the 2-year just because you do get a much better deal or more better perks. So we'll see. It's $200 to $300 usually. Okay, husband is going to get $20 into personal, 20, 40, 60, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9. No grooming, no sartorial, no business 1. Business 2 is going to get $20. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then business 3 is going to get $70. So let's see. Build this one back up again. So 50, 75, 6, 7, 8. And finally for me, only 2 that I'm going to be stuffing, be personal. So that's going to get my normal 25, so 10 and 3 5s because 2 of the 5s will go into the wallet. And I've said it in the last couple videos that is getting earmarked for 1 bulk donation to World Central Kitchen. So 110, 25, 30, 5, 40. And last is going to be fashion, and fashion is going to be $20, which is what I did not add. So that kind of makes sense, I guess. I usually don't stuff fashion. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, and $60 for fashion. All right, that is it for today's cash stuffing. Like I said, let me know if there's any kind of financial topics you have questions about, whether it's debt, investing, all that kind of stuff. I am trying to get content for some extra videos, one of which is kind of investment 101, also maybe some debt management. I also am going to have details in the description about the promos I'm going to run on my shop for Mother's Day. So it's going to be, I know it's kind of getting close to Mother's Day, so it's going to be about 2.5 weeks. But let me know if there's anything else on your mind financial. So let me know if there's anything in your own financial journey that you're struggling with or that you just had some major accomplishment. Again, I want to encourage you when things get tough, and I want to cheer you on when you reach goals. So let's just help each other out through this time because it's a difficult time. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot going on politically, a lot going on in personal lives, and let's just be a space that we can help each other out. I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be the monthly recap and the last week of April's unexpensing or unstuffing, I guess you'd say, unexpensing. And yeah, we almost have another month down. And all right, just gonna close this. Bye.